That's me editing every single podcast. You fucking idiot.
After everything you say.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? Future's bright.
Initiating weekly entertainment brought to you by Extra Rad. Boys Meet Film will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy.
One of the Boys Meet Film. My name is Michael, and these are my boys,
Max, Sean,
Colin.
and today we're talking about Boogie Nights by Paul Thomas Anderson. One of my personal favorites, and one that I'm excited you guys have finally watched. I thought you for sure have seen this movie. I'm shocked.
No, actually, it's been a long time coming. I got a quick funny story about this movie. My old boss I used to work for, I told you guys some stories about him.
Real piece of shit.
Yeah, well, hey,
I'm just kidding.
all the love, but I think it was the second day I was working for this guy in his like home office as like a copy editor, and he was like, "Hey, you remind me of Dirk Diggler." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're Dirk Diggler." I was like, "What is that?" He's like, "You never seen Boogie Nights?" I was like, "No." He's like, "You got a big cock?" I was like, "Not really." He's like, well, there's probably something else special about you." I had no idea what he meant until now. It makes
So does that change everything about your relationship with your old boss now that you've seen this movie?
I mean, some things make sense. I had one job for that company where I was like, we shot a lot of topless women in photo shoots. I was pouring blood on this one model's body.
Fake blood?
Yeah, fake blood. Thank you.
Thank God.
Blood.
I like how last podcast you were like, "Oh, my agent, Michael, we can't talk about this shit."
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, thank God it's fake blood.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fake.
Yeah. Anyways, Paul Thomas Anderson, guys.
I mean, one of his films is on my top 10 list of all time movies.
Is it cliche to say that he's like so freaking awesome?
No, it's not. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
This
thing.
guy's so freaking awesome.
Is it cliche to have an opinion?
I mean, it's hard because he's so good and everybody loves him, and it just makes sense. Like this.
Why do they love him?
Tell the people.
What is it about Paul Thomas Anderson that people love so much?
PTA.
He's unique. He's not afraid to go places that other people are.
Sure.
And they land.
Is that the third thing? You didn't put a finger up.
Sorry. That's
you didn't
part
put
of
a
the
finger up. I didn't know if it
That's
was
part of the second still.
Okay.
They land.
That was 2A or
It's a
2B.
two-parter,
That's
yeah.
2B, yeah.
If I had like a little finger, a little growth in here, that's what that one is.
Okay.
That's kind of your thumb.
A little wart.
I'm ready for the next one.
He's just like super cool. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. He's
Dude, the energy of his films are so fun.
This is his second movie.
That's crazy.
Wow.
It's
Very
so
impressive.
cool.
Second movie. His first movie was Hard 8. And in his eyes, that was a massive failure because there is this discrepancy between him and the studio and the name of the film. And so I don't know if you guys noticed, but in this movie, the very first shot of the movie is the name of the movie, and it's a sign saying Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
And that was literally so that they could not change the name of the film.
That's awesome.
That was
That's
like
so
written
cool.
into the script,
That's
into the
awesome.
shot list. Like, Boogie fucking Nights, bitches.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also love how they pushed in on that and then did like a Dutch angle tilt up and then back down, and then it was a crazy oneer all the way into the club.
Proceeded to, do the craziest oneer to the car, to into the club, to going around, showing everybody. So much choreography went into that.
Does it remind you guys of a oneer? One of the best oneers?
Hit me with it. What is it?
What is it?
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Oh.
In
Yes.
the club.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
the inspiration for the opening of that movie.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like I mean, like, no disrespect to Mr. Scorsese, but like Paul Thomas Anderson, I feel like took it up a whole other level.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like with Roller Girl and just like all the kinetic energy in that shot.
Yeah.
It's one shot.
Uh-huh.
It's insane.
No, it's so much work to do that. It's awesome.
It's one of those oneers where like I literally like I have to remind myself, oh yeah, this is a fucking oneer.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm pretty particular. Like I can pick it out.
You're super particular, yeah.
Yeah. With oneers. I hate 1917. I think that movie's bullshit.
Oh.
I think
Hot take.
Yeah. Super hot take. I don't care.
That movie was better than this one.
What?
Colliding hot takes.
I've never seen it.
No, don't get me wrong. 1917, well made, but it's a gimmick. The way they, anyways, it's not. what
Well,
this
isn't it like
podcast
not
is.
technically
But it's a
oneer?
gimmick. With his sunglasses on, but it's a gimmick, bro.
Listen,
It's just
let
a
me tell
gimmick.
you, man.
It's just a gimmick, dude. It's just a freaking gimmick.
Oh, dude.
It's just a gimmick.
Hey, he's making fun of you, dude.
You look cool.
Is that Michael?
Is that Michael Schneed?
I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot.
I hate you guys for that one.
That's not me.
I hate you guys because I can see it.
Dude, Philip Seymour Hoffman was you in
Yeah,
this film.
dude.
You know what, man? I'm not ashamed though. Philip Seymour Hoffman, like the
He's the
GOAT.
best,
He's
dude.
one of the
High
greatest
praise.
actors ever.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. This is one of the most like. This is like the weirdest role. He
It's
has.
such a weird
It's
role.
So
It's
out
awesome.
there, but it's amazing.
I love when he's standing there and he's just holding his like shoulder.
Yeah.
And he looks so uncomfortable to be around anyone.
Yeah.
It's just like,
His character introduction, he's wearing a tank top that's way too small.
And he keeps trying to pull it down a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he
it
keeps
doesn't
like
go
shoveling
anywhere.
it down, but his guts hanging out.
so awesome. Yeah.
Awesome character.
Yeah,
The
the fixation of the character intro on that, like to Marky Mark or Dirk Diggler. Wait, Dirk? Did I say that right?
Dirk Diggler.
Okay. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
yeah, they do the little like what is that? What would you call that?
The 007.
The 007.
Well, like when Philip Seymour Hoffman first walks into the
Oh,
pool, he
yeah,
sees
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's character and it like zeroes in on him.
The like keyhole.
Keyhole,
type
yeah.
of- I don't
yeah.
know if that's a technical term.
It was
but
hilarious, yeah.
That's so good. Just zeroes in on
Yeah.
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Paul Thomas Anderson's camera movement in general in all of the films that I've seen is my favorite. He's so confident with the camera
Yeah.
and it just shows a real like care into the filmmaking process. You know, they're not just going in and figuring out, oh yeah, we're going to get coverage of this scene like, you know, a standard wide and then two tights. Like they have a lot of stuff going into the planning, which is just cool because it's very intentional
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, me too. I mean, his movies are unmatched. He just has such a unique eye. His writing too is so it's so impactful, and it's always about something that you would never think is like, oh, like I'm gonna, you know, relate to that in some way.
Yeah.
But he finds a way to make characters relatable no matter who they are.
Definitely.
And whether that's scary or uplifting, you know, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But so cool. I just like I can't fathom that this is his second movie. I don't even know
It
how
seems
old he
unfair.
was, but he was
It
like
seems so
early
unfair.
30s at
Yeah.
least.
It's crazy, man.
That's insane.
He's the king, man.
Yeah.
He's the king, man.
Do you guys think
It's
that you can get away with making a movie like this?
No, dude. How do you
No.
even write something like this?
No.
And a studio would be like, yeah, make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see that happening now.
But
at
that
all.
comes back exactly back to your point. His vision is so unique. That's like, how do you take this subject matter and then put it into something like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the world's greatest mysteries is how he can go from Hard 8, which, don't get me wrong, I think it's a solid movie. It's not mind-blowing. It's definitely his weakest, but it's a great movie. But how do you go from that movie, which to me is pretty normal-ish, you know? It has a little bit of his flavor. And then you go to this, like, how do you pitch this movie to a studio as your second movie? Like, I just don't understand.
All right. It's a movie about a young kid who's a loser, but he's got this huge cock.
Yeah, that's literally the plot.
And he's going to be a star.
Yeah.
His mom hates him, so he adopts this new porn star mom that he also has sex with. Pretty touching.
Yeah, touching. I don't know if touching is the right adjective.
This is the
adverb for
second
that.
time I've used the word touch in a podcast, and it's completely blown up in my face.
But you know what?
Idiot.
It was also perfect. I mean, I don't know. Okay, God. Who's the name of that actress who played Maggie, the mom?
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. Thank you.
Yeah.
She was awesome. In fact, big shout out
Always.
to all the actors in this. We, I've seen
Insane cast.
Yeah,
That was
insane cast.
insane.
How do you get this for your second film?
Yeah,
Like,
everyone at the
everyone
beginning
is
of the
awesome.
film, everybody kept showing up like, what?
Yeah.
I'm too?
Yeah.
That's
I do,
awesome.
I do want to note one thing, that famously Burt Reynolds did not want to be in this movie. He turned this movie down many times because he didn't want to be associated with the porn industry in any way. But his agent told him, like, you should take this role. And Paul Thomas Anderson, said in some interviews that, like, Burt Reynolds just, like, did not want to do this, and to the point where he was getting pretty, like, frustrated. And Paul Thomas Anderson, his selling point was, take that energy that you have right now and put it into that character, and you're gonna get nominated for an Oscar. And then he got nominated for an Oscar.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
a guy
That's-
his age being
sick.
able to, like, I don't know, that it's hard to direct actors, but to pitch something to somebody who doesn't even want to be in your film,
Yeah.
and then to get that type of role out of them, like, that's next level shit.
Very
That's
cool.
us selling a pen to a guy with a pen store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a little harder.
Burt Reynolds pen store, we've all been there.
Yeah. He was awesome in this.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
liked him.
Yeah, he was solid.
So, which Paul Thomas Anderson movies have you guys seen yet? Because we're going through this journey now. Like, we're
Yeah.
on this
You have a
roller
list?
coaster.
Yeah. So I've seen Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love.
Interesting.
And
Nothing
Punch Drunk,
else?
Nothing else.
What else do we have?
That
on there?
is like his trifecta there.
Yeah.
That's his San Fernando
There'll
Valley.
Be Blood. 22. Oh,
22 Jump Street.
2012.
that was just the year it came out. The Master, Inherent Vice, Phantom Thread, and Licorice Pizza.
Okay.
Wait,
And actually, he has a film on here in 1988, The Dirk Diggler Story.
Yeah. So
Is that a short film?
yeah, short film. I don't quote me on this because I'm pretty fuzzy on this little trivia factoid.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure he wrote this character Dirk Diggler when he was in high school. And
Hilarious.
he was like, I think he's kind of pointed at the fact that, he had kind of a rocky relationship with his mom. And I think that's reflective, obviously, in this movie, but also a lot of his movies. There's a lot of parental
Yeah.
drama.
Do you
Yep.
think that scene between Dirk Diggler and his mom in his room, do you think that was psychodrama? Do you think that was
Oh, dude, yeah, that was some next level Freudian shit.
sick?
well, if he wrote the film when he was in high school, so it was like seeing himself in the film, and Dirk Diggler in this starts out as a 17-year-old. Do you think he was like writing it like, I have a huge penis?
Paul Thomas Anderson family has a whopping penis. I mean, dude, have you seen his films? He doesn't even need a penis. He just fucks, dude.
That makes sense. Yeah.
The math is mathing, man.
The math is mathing.
Wow. You still have your sunglasses on? Fucking nerd. am I
Yeah,
right?
Michael, you are like have you ever tried to put like a hat on a dog? You know, and you watch it like sit there with it on for a bit, and then after a while, it's just like, no. That was you just sloughing off all these pieces.
Fucking idiot! Fucking idiot!
If you put your hair down and we put you in shadow like that shot is, you would look
Extremely
so
tight
much like
shirt.
him.
I can wear a tank top.
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
Maybe for Halloween.
Yeah.
I gotta, yeah, dude.
Philip Seymour
I'll
Hoffman
just go
from
around
Boogie
the party.
Nights.
I'm a fucking idiot.
People be like,
What are you
"Who
supposed to
are
be?"
you?"
Actually, yeah.
Hold your shoulder like this.
You guys
Dang
are gonna get in trouble.
I'm gonna note that one. That's a good costume.
That is a good costume. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to get an orange. What's the make of the car?
Oh, Corvette.
Mr. Car Guy.
No,
Year make.
The one that he had,
Yeah.
they never
Someone-
showed it enough for me to tell what it was.
Oh, okay.
It was obviously like a shittier car than the Corvette.
I'll just paint the
he had.
Nissan Murano.
Yeah, dude,
orange.
do it orange, yeah.
Yeah, spray paint it with no finish.
yeah.
It would look really good, dude.
All right. Well, who do you guys think this movie's for?
Not your grandmother.
Nope.
No, it is pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's about the porn industry. So if you're not into that in any shape or form, this is probably not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, subject matter aside, yes, there's a lot of pornography involved here, but I think this film is for Gen X, people who grew up in that era. It is very yeah, sure. In like period pieces like this, we get like all the materialism throwbacks, of, like,
Cocaine.
the things of that era. Sure, cocaine, but like it was the energy.
Sure, cocaine.
It was the energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fucking rock and roll.
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
love the jargon.
Disco.
It was the
So-
attitude. Like we don't get that attitude now, Like back then everybody's like, I'm the fucking king. Nowadays, everybody just wants to die.
So true,
Am I
man.
wrong?
That's so true.
No.
Yeah, everybody on the internet's so deep now. It's like so into. I feel like everyone is constantly aware that there's probably a camera on them,
Yeah.
and so they're just like, "Yeah, I'm chill."
Like all four of us right now. We're like, there might
What?
be a camera
There's cameras on us right now?
No way.
What the hell?
Who was recording?
Was there a camera in the bathroom? Cause
Yes.
Oh,
There
no.
was.
There's cameras everywhere in the studio.
Oh, you're gonna see.
This is
what
a
I did.
studio, not a house that we live in.
I gotta come clean, Max. It was me who pissed all over your bathroom.
I knew it. I knew it.
Kellen, you
I
do
can
this
smell it.
every week, and we have footage.
I just get so scared I shut my eyes.
Why are you doing that?
I don't wanna,
Open your eyes
I
when you
can't
piss,
look
man.
at it.
Because it's not Dirk Diggler size.
I'm a star. I'm a star. I'm a great big star. All right, we got to dig back into that in the spoiler section.
Yeah,
Woo!
yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
A big spoiler at the end of this movie.
Yeah, big spoiler.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Watch a movie.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good movie to watch with your family.
No,
Oh,
no.
hard
I would
no.
never recommend this to my mom
No, you
or my
can't.
dad.
No.
Yeah. Maybe someday, but
Yeah.
not today.
I'm gonna recommend it to your mom. You're like, it's about dancing.
Yeah,
Then-
it's Boogie.
It's about
Boogie Nights.
disco.
Then I'm
There's
gonna
disco in it.
recommend all the fucked up movies you made me watch to your parents.
Don't make my mom watch Hagazusa.
Just gonna
Oh,
say.
Shout out to Hagazusa.
You have to watch Hagazusa, Miss Crawford.
Miss, it's Mrs.
Mrs. Sure.
Man, mind your manners, son.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Dude, you're a good actor, man.
Hey.
Really, yeah. I obviously this is for film bros, film buffs in general. I feel like this is for the Quentin Tarantinos.
Yeah, or
The
Martin
world.
Scorsese fans.
Oh
This
yeah,
felt very
sure.
Scorsese, as
Sure.
he's said that was a huge inspiration.
Absolutely. Something that I love that it just makes me happy to know that this is like a thing. Is Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino are pretty good friends. and they have like a competitive film output nature.
Uh-huh.
So like when one of them puts out a film, the other one's like, fuck, I gotta fucking put out a good movie now.
Nice.
That one's Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yes.
Fuck. Well, you see, fucking film.
when you're making a movie,
Well, I mean, he was gonna make it, so I had to make one.
Which I forget. Oh, this was 19.
we're talking about film.
So Boogie Nights was 1997,
Yeah.
which means it came after Pulp Fiction.
Ooh.
I feel like this and Pulp Fiction are a great double feature.
Oh, yeah.
A long
Wait.
double feature.
Which
but
one
a
do you
great-
watch first, though? What's the order?
That's a great question.
Is it
man.
Pulp Nights or Boogie Fiction?
I mean,
You're on
brain
fire,
blast.
man. You're on
Damn.
fire tonight.
I mean, what would you guys?
I'd end it off with a bang. I'd go Pulp then Boogie.
Whoa.
That's the
End
bang.
it with a bang. So
No, I
you're
mean,
putting
I just
Boogie
meant like
over
the-
Pulp?
Nights above.
I just meant like the more sexual nature of the film. Bang.
Oh.
Like that type of bang.
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
not
I think-
most people would have picked up on that, but yeah, Sean likes to think of things in different
Just a
ways.
little sex to keep you awake.
Little wordplay, little wordplay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think, I mean, I love Pulp Fiction so much.
Yeah.
I'd probably end it with Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kellen?
See, I naturally would ride this this pairing like the wave of cocaine. Okay, hit it with Pulp Fiction first, go hard, fast, crazy, high octane, and then you ride out that weird wave. You come to the end, you want more, and this Boogie Nights just like gives you more, and then it lulls, and then gives you more,
Okay.
like bumps.
I
of
don't-
key.
I don't think you guys are thinking about this creatively.
Watch it at the same time.
Watch them at the same time with a big mound of Coke
Oh, okay.
Oh.
on
Yeah.
the coffee table. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with like Pink
Like vanilla
Floyd
Coke
playing.
or-
You try and
Yeah,
sync
with-
up the movies.
Yeah. You just turn all the sound off of both movies and just have Dark Side of the Moon
You
playing.
shut all the curtains in the house. you have a loaded like 45 caliber pistol, just a revolver, just on the table.
There you go.
Dude,
That's
what are you
what I'm
guys doing
talking-
next weekend?
Oh, that's what you should do for the pod.
Oh, dude, that would be unhinged. Dude. Imagine
What? Really? That scenario we just laid out would be unhinged? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, are you guys ready to go into spoilers?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Hit him with it.
This is a spoiler warning. Consider yourself warned.
All right.
We're in spoiler territory.
Can I talk about something?
What do you want to talk
Let's
about?
hear it.
All right. I want to talk about setting up scenes, setting up character dynamics. And that's one thing that this movie did really well.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite camera techniques that was used in the beginning of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Wahlberg's character, it's what's his name first? Eddie
I think something like
Eddie
that.
something. Eddie, Roller Girl. What is Burt Reynolds' character? I'm blowing this.
Jack.
My God.
Horner.
You didn't even
No, Horner. Jack Horner. I was gonna say just Horner. So thanks.
Anyway. And then
We're a team.
yeah, we're a team. I'm blowing
Came to
this.
it together.
No, you're doing great.
No, this sucks. And then what's
Julianne
Julianne
Moore.
Moore's character? What's her name in the film?
Maggie?
I don't know.
That's her
I don't
real
think
name,
it's
but she
right.
goes by Amber. That's her porn
That's
name.
what it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So they're all four sitting at the diner or in the diner, and Jack is just kind of talking to the table, and the conversation is being led by him. But they go from that two shot of Roller Girl and Mark Wahlberg, and they slowly pan over, cutting Roller Girl out of the scene, and then they slowly pan over on Jack and Amber, and then cutting Jack out of the frame. So it's such a subtle camera technique. The conversation is still being led by Jack, but you're seeing the connection that's forming between these two characters.
More just Amber's fixation on
Yeah.
him because he was definitely listening to Jack the entire time.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
glancing over
Yeah.
like towards the end, but like just the way they move the camera to like focus that fixation and show like her need for that new guy coming into her life was really cool.
Like her son
And
that she
dude,
has sex with.
yeah. Talk about Freudian shit right there.
Yeah.
But dude,
That's wild.
Burt Reynolds in that oneer, the end of the oneer, it only transitions when we go to Dirk Diggler's character, pre-Dirk.
Yeah.
Pre-Dirk.
After Dirk.
But like,
Before
dude,
Dirk. After
Burt Reynolds like had this like look on his face.
Oh,
It was like this crazy
like Jack
intense
Nicholson
look.
in The Shining.
Yeah.
And like all I could think about, because like, I mean, I guess I did know that Dirk Diggler in this movie has a big cock,
Who doesn't?
but
That's established early.
I
on.
felt like I was like, dude, this man can sense a big cock in the room like a fucking Jedi.
Like a greyhound.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, you have to be in his line of work. You got to be able to look a man up and down.
You know what he is?
Tell if he's got
like
a big cock or not.
Excellent dongdar.
He's like a
Dongdar.
truffle pig.
Yeah.
He could sniff the truffles.
Dude, he's a cock pig.
Cock pig. All right, conversation,
All right,
guys.
hey, we got one podcast, two conversations, kids. I'm gonna
have to
count to
fight.
3. 1. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I love that use of camera work to tell story is awesome.
Yeah.
Because they are showing and not telling, and that
Which-
is very cool.
Also made the reveal of him in tight jeans having a huge dong the whole time really funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
It's
awesome.
like, oh yeah, well clearly that's
no,
why.
right? That's
He's
probably what I
like-
saw.
It's like a kielbasa sausage just like stuffed into his underwear, curling up.
Yeah, that was wild.
Awesome.
I mean, did you guys see the way he did dishes? You could tell right away, just the way he's busting those tables. Like, damn, that guy's a big cock.
That guy's probably packing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's break
I mean,
down.
dude, he was lifting the the buster, whatever,
doing his
the
job.
tub,
Yeah.
with his dick.
Doing the.
His hands were barely holding that thing up, man.
I didn't catch that. I'll have to rewatch
Oh
that
yeah,
part.
you guys are gonna have to.
Well, he watched it 2 times, so that's how he picked up on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff.
I'm gonna
This is
give.
my third time.
Third time.
Well, I'm gonna have to give it a third watch.
Yeah.
then.
Couldn't get enough dick, huh? Got him.
But yeah,
Nice.
I love simple camera techniques like that.
Yes.
And Paul Thomas Anderson obviously adopts a lot of his energy, I would say, from Scorsese and like those just crazy gangster movies.
Yeah.
And like one of my favorite Scorsese movies, and like what I think is one of the best, most simple scenes with the most simple camera technique, is when Travis Bickle is on the phone and he's calling, I forget her name, but she's the one that is like working for the campaign of this politician. And this is after he tried to take her on a date to like a porno theater, and she was obviously uncomfortable and like left. And he's calling her on the phone, and the shot starts on him on the phone, and he's in this really long hallway. And then as he's talking to her, leaving her the like most unhinged voicemail, like, please, I'm really sorry, I didn't realize. The camera just pans away from him and cuts him out of the shot entirely, while you just like you land on the hallway and you're just seeing like cars passing by, and it's like the camera is embarrassed to even look at him. You know?
Very cool.
Like, you can do such simple and powerful things with the camera, but most people, you know, it's just like, oh, let's coverage, you know? And I mean, it's really easy to want to just be like, okay, let's just get coverage, right? But you could also just do the most simple shot ever, land it, and it's incredible.
Very cool.
That's smart, man. That's smart filmmaking.
Yeah,
That's why they pay him the big bucks.
I guess so.
Yeah.
One more fun factoid before we fully dive into spoilers. Dirk Diggler was originally supposed to be played by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Whoa.
After
Whoa.
PTA saw What's Eating Gilbert Grape, he was like, that guy should be Dirk Diggler.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not the one that wanted to cast Leo after that movie. That's PTA. But PTA has never worked with Leo until now.
Whoa.
His new film, One Battle After Another, Probably
Maybe.
still a working title.
Yeah, maybe.
This is his first time working with Leo, so it's been a long time coming. Literally his whole career.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
I'm very
Wow.
excited to see what comes of that.
Me
yeah.
too.
Wait, I thought his latest film was an untitled Paul Thomas Anderson film.
That was a title for it. The Battle of Bactan Cross, and now One Battle After Another.
Huh.
And it's adapted from a book called Vineland. So who the hell knows what?
Whoa.
Yeah, you know Vineland.
Yeah.
Thomas Pynchon.
I liked how you said that.
Pynchon.
Normally, I don't like it when you say stuff like that, but I liked it right now.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
Doing good. You're doing good.
That's right. Crushing it.
Fucking idiot.
No, Michael, no, keep it
You're
a star.
man.
You're a
No,
star.
You're a
You're-
star. Yeah, you're a star, man. You're a star. Yeah.
All right. What were some of your favorite parts? of
Something
this
I
movie?
thought was
Oh,
very
yes.
cool was how he's just so not afraid at all to hold on a shot for so long. And you
Yes.
saying, fucking idiot, reminded me because holding on him and just letting him say that for how many times did he say that?
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
I guess 20?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, like the way he can hold on a shot, one that really like stood out to me was Mark Wahlberg, Dirk Diggler on the couch during the,
Oh, yeah.
the gunshot.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the firecrackers.
Dude, that
That
scene's
was
so
crazy.
funny.
That
dude.
scene,
that was-
Amazing scene.
dynamite.
That to me is like I put that next to the scene in Pulp Fiction where they stumble into the thrift shop.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they come out of nowhere,
Yeah.
dick swinging, and just slap you right in the face.
Incredible. Like so weird to have like just some Chinese guy lighting firecrackers. He's like, he's Chinese. He's fine.
Was that makes no sense?
Yeah, it's like what? That's no
What does that
explanation.
mean?
And then he hugs him.
Yeah, that was like an adopted son
Yeah.
situation type
No,
of thing.
no more
That's like-
firecrackers, man.
And that's
Still
Doc
does it.
Ock, right? That's Doc
Yeah.
Ock.
Yeah.
Wearing a Speedo and a rope.
Oh, good.
Smoking crack.
Smoking crack.
doing Russian
Awesome.
roulette.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
nuts.
what an awesome tense
Oh,
scene.
dude,
So cool.
and when the tape flips to the B side, and it's that like beat of silence,
yes.
and it's like it's a couple beats. It's a little bit longer than anybody would like.
oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
The tension of that is awesome.
And I love how that's not
built.
like score. Like that's just another thing about intention, you know? Because
Yeah.
like a lot of films are scored after the fact or like on the editing floor.
Sure. Yeah.
And like, but that just shows that they were thinking about that in the scene.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I mean, maybe they just because they shot coverage of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
100% were like, okay, yeah, it's gonna flip to the B side. There's gonna be this really long pause. That's so cool. And then it's like 99 red balloons or something when everything starts going down.
Yeah.
that
yeah.
was really
Oh.
fun.
It doesn't matter how many
Ba-dum,
times I see.
That's why that scene was so fun because of the score also,
Yeah.
and the songs they chose for it
So
was
fun.
it gave such a fun energy to that.
Yeah, during that really long shot of
Everything
Mark
you just
Wahlberg
said.
was what was it? What song was it?
Jesse's girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse's girl.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, and motoring.
I love this
What's your price for life? Dude.
So good.
And he's like, oh, I fucking love this song. That's like every coked out dude who, like, can't get over the 80s is like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times I watch that scene. Like, I get so uncomfortable and like jittery and like I'm crawling out of my skin and I'm loving it the whole
So
time.
cool,
But
yeah.
that scene makes my heart like literally. I feel like I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack watching.
Damn,
it.
dude, maybe stop watching it.
Yeah, I gotta quit drinking energy drinks, man.
You gotta stop
No.
doing so much coke, dude.
Yeah, I've never done coke.
You're like Dirk Diggler in his interview. Throughout the entire interview, he's just like, yeah, and, it's it's not about the pornography. It's about, he's just
It's not
wheezing,
violent.
like, he can tell like
Violence.
his heart rate. That was, dude.
John C. Riley's part in that interview. That's
He cannot have one linear thought.
Someday I'm gonna do magic because you can't fuck for life. You know, everybody knows that. But
Well, yep. If we want to stop violence, problem solved. We stop making movies. I can do something else.
I got interests.
so good,
Awesome,
dude. John C. Riley's in this movie.
John C. Riley's amazing.
I
He was
love
so
seeing-
fun and consistently just like, trying to be that friend the whole time. which
I love
loved.
how they were such bros.
I think
Mark
their
Wahlberg.
their intro when John C. Riley is like making the margaritas. I feel like whoever casted Step Brothers
Yes.
saw that scene and was like, let's make a movie about that.
Yeah,
Because it's, dude, he has the same exact cadence and tone.
dude. It was literally like, did we just become best friends?
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
exactly. At first, he's like big dick in him, and
Yeah.
he's like, "So, how much can you bench?"
yeah.
No,
So
you
awesome.
say.
Me, 350. Turns on the blender.
Dude,
A blender
like,
drop.
watch this jackknife. And it's like, he has a perfect jackknife. He's like, nah, that was all wrong. Here, let me show you how to do it.
No,
Let me
he's
tell
like,
you
let
why
me-
you did it wrong.
Yeah, he's like, let me show you what you did wrong.
So that also was
Awesome.
such Step Brothers
That
energy.
one shot of him under the pool after he fucks up,
Yeah.
and he's like next like this. And
He's like screaming.
He backflopped so hard. Like that's been me in the past.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
for
the
sure.
thing. Like, it's little things like that that I think make a story go such a long way because it's so relatable. Like, we've all big dicked before and then immediately embarrassed ourselves.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Oh, thank God you guys have too. I said that. I said that. And I'm like, oh, fuck. What if they have it?
This one's a shot in the dark.
Dude, every word you say brings you closer to that
I
character.
know,
It's
I know.
crazy.
You know what? I will take it, man. I mean, it's blasphemy to even say that I'm like anywhere near Paul Thomas Anderson, even looking like him, you know.
Paul Thomas
Philip
Anderson?
Seymour
We're
Hoffman.
talking
Yeah,
about Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Fuck!
Just do it, man. Yeah, there it is.
The thumbnail of this should just be me, like.
You should just superimpose your face over that still.
Yeah.
Yeah, great times.
Yeah.
I one of my favorite character beats throughout the movie, and it's just so tragic and so just like heartbreaking, but William H. Macy is just cucked so hard in this movie.
Oh my god.
His wife is just having sex with other men left and right in front of his face.
In the driveway.
In the driveway
with a
of
crowd of
parties.
like
was
static people
wild.
just like standing over her.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then
Crazy.
the midpoint of the movie, 70s to 80s, it's New Year's, right? Incredible midpoint, incredible shift, and an incredible scene to foreshadow the energy of the second half of the film. And just like following William H. Macy throughout the party, and you can feel that tension as soon as you see him. It's like, where's my wife? And everybody's like trying to have fun, trying to be at the party, but he is laser focused. Like, where the fuck is my wife?
Yeah.
And then you see him walk back after he sees his wife fucking another guy.
Another really cool one shot.
Yeah.
Another amazing one shot. You live with him as he walks back to his car. And, you know, you're kind of almost set up to think, okay, poor fucking guy, man. He's just going to leave. Nope. He's going to pull out a fucking gun out of the glove compartment.
Yep.
And that, to me, is another incredibly tense scene.
I love that scene so much. Such a unique way to shoot that.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, and as a connoisseur of suicide in films myself,
Yeah.
one detail that I really like is like, and this really like brings you closer to that abject sorrow.
Better help.
Is when he sets his champagne glass on top of his car, pulls out that like 44, and like closes the door. He locks his car door.
Yeah.
He locks his car door through that very like human ritualistic motion that we always do. It's like that's the last time he's ever going to lock his car door. He's not coming back, but
Yeah.
he's still doing
Damn.
it.
No
And that
plan
adds
on it.
such like a human element to that suicide. Honestly, great suicide.
Murder suicide.
Yeah,
Murder,
double murder.
Double murder,
Yeah.
suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good double murder suicide.
Wild.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the countdown
On the countdown.
was crazy.
And then just cut to black 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
So sick.
Yeah, and
Ah.
also, I mean, if you paid attention to this murder suicide, the angle of his gun, he first shoots down at his wife, 2 bullets, and then he moves slightly further to the right. Now, if you were in there looking at that murder in real time, like if they're fucking, they're not going to be like on top of each other and have that like sort of wide berth. The guy tried to escape.
Yeah.
And he just unloads.
Got him.
Just got him.
Yeah.
One and done. Awesome.
Yeah.
The little attention to detail in this film, in all of Paul Thomas Anderson's films,
Yeah.
makes me so happy. Oh, and also one of my favorite parts was like half a second. And it was like we see the foreshadowing of like, you know, that big black dude with the gun who like takes their fake coke when they're inside that guy's house, right? When everything goes to shit, like their buddy is like holding the gun. He's like, "Don't you reach for that gun!" It's a split second of that guy just slowly pulling out the gun from his shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like it was almost like a snake the way he was moving, and it's like he's like telling him like, "Don't do it," and he's just like not stopping at all.
Yeah.
So awesome, dude. The
There's,
surmounting tension of that scene.
There's a half-second shot in this that I love as well. When they're all like doing coke and John C. Reilly just rips the fattest line of coke and just goes fuck.
And it's a cutaway.
Yeah.
It just immediately cuts.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Speaking of editing,
Oh,
there's 2 edits in this film.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When
The big executive comes in.
when the colonel is first revealed in the limousine,
Oh yeah.
he like gets out and then they cut and he's still in the car, gets out again, and
Yeah.
it's so strange. It's like 3 weird coverage shots.
yeah, it's like
It's almost like Bollywood.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And then another one when the other executive comes
Yeah.
in, he like walks through the door twice.
There was 4 in a row fades of like the same thing, and it's like so jarring. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
It makes
but it's
sense though because they're all so coked up
Yeah.
that like
Like from the perspective.
yeah.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
Well, but it's hilarious though. It's like jarring.
I know, yeah, I love
but
it, yeah.
it's so great.
Hilarious. Yeah,
awesome.
it was
It's like, what did I just see? What the heck?
Why did
Yeah.
they do that? Okay, maybe this guy's important. They're drawing attention to these characters, these bigwigs.
Yeah, in such a weird
Oh,
way.
the colonel. That guy sucks, man. But you know, he got what he deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
I heard you groan or like
oh yeah.
dude.
giddy after the jail scene.
Oh man.
I mean,
as soon as he's like, it's a weak. Like, well, he was like, they found something else. It's a weakness, man. And I was just like, oh,
yeah,
no.
I mean that is
He's like,
where
they're just so cute.
oh, that's where like
awful.
most filmmakers would be fucking terrified to make something like
Yeah.
that. And like it's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
but it's like I don't even know like the way he pulls it off is incredible.
There was a huge
Because-
payoff in the end
Yeah.
with him getting like beat up in jail. So
And,
But
and he's being
also,
read the
like-
Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the like the implication of that scene too.
But
He's-
also
yeah.
it's not like it makes sense because that is something that like very much is an issue in that industry in general.
Yeah.
You know? And so I feel like one thing this film doesn't do is shy away from the truth of like that industry, the downfalls, drug addiction, pedophilia, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's fucking rough. And I mean, more people probably talk about it now, you know, because social media, there's a lot of outlets to talk about that kind of stuff. But like back then, people weren't necessarily talking about that. You
Yeah,
know?
think about this movie coming out in, I mean, I wasn't even born in 97, but
Yeah.
imagine this movie, how it was received then.
Maybe this is the reason we got conceived.
Whoa.
1998.
Because of Boogie Nights.
Oh, shit.
Not me. I was pre-boogie.
Yeah, we're all 98.
PB.
Wait, when were you born?
96.
So they watched Pulp Fiction.
Damn, that's why I'm so fucked
And
up.
they didn't even watch it in theaters. They like rented it from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I was conceived on the beach at midnight.
Why do you
Is this-
know?
Wow. They told you?
Well, see, personal video became
What?
became a thing around that time. Yeah, your parents didn't show you the video when you were conceived?
You have a...
Oh no. Do you
No.
watch it every year on your birthday?
Yeah, you don't remember watching that with me?
Oh man. No. Yeah, I do not.
We had dubstep playing.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. It's a joke.
Yeah, your son's
You're
weird,
joking.
but we love him. Yeah, but anyways, I just respect and admire filmmakers in general that will tackle something like that and do it in a respectful way, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're introduced to the Colonel and he's with that like scrawny coked up girl,
Yeah.
you already know.
Yeah,
Bad
there's
vibes.
always
There is no way, like, you don't meet that guy and you're like, I bet that guy's a nice,
Yeah.
cool guy.
that seems like a good guy.
Yeah,
It's
no.
not rock and roll, man.
No.
Not rock and
But
roll.
I think something that's really interesting with
Kept doing
that,
that.
what I think is
I don't
really
need you.
interesting about the Colonel as a character is everybody relies on him, right? Because he's the one funding everything.
Yeah.
So as soon as, like, you can almost tell in Bert's eyes. I mean, he's asking, he's like, but you didn't do anything, right? Because he's trying to tell himself, like, this guy doesn't deserve to be behind here. We'll get him out so we can keep doing the shit that we're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
He's just trying to confirm that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
I mean, that's a huge reason why, like, a Harvey Weinstein, can get away with stuff because people don't talk about it. And because people want to be successful. And it's like, that's some real shit. And especially back then, pre-Harvey in jail, like,
Mhm.
that's some pretty baller shit to put in a movie.
That's
Yeah.
gnarly, dude. And like, props to the integrity of Jack's character. I mean,
Yeah.
like, sure, he was like, when the Colonel was like, but you're my friend, right? Like, you're my friend. You're my friend. Like, kept saying that over and over. Bert wasn't debating on whether, like,
No.
he's his friend.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with many, many aspects of this film and what it represents, there's always a layer of this, like, this sort of falsehood that everyone likes to pretend. There are a lot of people pretending in this film. I think that's a big theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And right then and there, that veil just got shattered. And Bert, God bless him, had to make a choice. He did the right thing.
Yeah. Crazy editing moment, too, just for, like, sound design.
Yes.
Really cool,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
cutting between their audio when you're on their side of the glass panel or whatever.
Mhm.
But then as soon as the audio cuts out, because Bert
'Cause
just
hung
hangs
up.
up.
Jack
on him,
hung
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut it off, and you get to see him still talking, but nothing's coming through.
It's like,
Love it.
oh, so great. It's like, it's
It's
heartbreaking.
like cinema.
It's like really cool. It's like so wow.
That was a wow moment. I imagine, like sometimes when we watch movies like this, I picture that guy doing
Yeah.
like a reaction video of like, okay, so here we are, we're in jail, we're just sitting around being in jail. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's a wow moment, guys.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that video is, I'm sorry, you haven't seen real cinema.
It's somewhere deep in the social media realm.
What now that you say Quentin and him kind of had this competition, and I'm thinking more and more about Pulp Fiction and then this movie,
Yeah.
he totally was trying to one up him with this.
Oh
film.
yeah. Absolutely.
Literally by like showing the dick at the end too. It just felt like a fuck you to Quentin Tarantino.
So we're getting into that now. If anybody hasn't seen this movie, Mark Wahlberg shows his cack,
It's-
or should I say Dirk Diggler?
Yeah, Dirk Diggler shows his big Diggler. And dude, that has got to be one of my favorite endings of all time.
Amazing.
Because like
Dude.
for me, it was like
Yeah.
as a filmmaker, like when are you gonna get the opportunity to just like show your dick to the audience and like almost robotically?
When are you gonna get the opportunity?
No, I totally get it, man.
No.
I'm like,
Kellen,
when
my
can we do
agent.
it?
No.
I'm counting down the minutes.
No, but I
get
mean,
you,
like,
man.
like straight up, like it as an as the
There's
audience
no
watching this.
right way to talk about this.
No, seriously, as the audience watching this, it's like that filmmaker just pulled down his pants, turned around, and was just like, "Look at my fucking dick.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm a star. I'm a star. I'm a great big star."
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
for me, it's like one of the funniest payoffs to a movie ever.
Yeah.
Because I don't care who you are, I don't care how straight you are. The whole time in the movie, you're like, well, fucking, how big is it? You know?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
All right,
Put
okay.
the glasses back on.
What are you guys doing?
He's
Yeah.
good. He's good.
Like, how fucking big is
We're all
it?
thinking during the whole movie, like, "Can I fit that thing in my ass?" Everybody's thinking it, whether you're gay or straight. You're like,
Fucking idiot!
when you take a really big shit, you're like, "Wow, that was a dick,"
We all do it.
He's on
which is what you're saying.
That's what he's saying.
That's what you're saying.
I want to put that on record.
Don't put any words in his mouth. No, wait, that's not what
Yeah, that's not what he wants in his mouth.
Dirk Diggler.
Wait, can you do this while you're doing that? I got him.
Yeah, but anyways, great payoff. Like the whole
Hilarious
time,
payoff.
you're like, "There's no way this guy's dick is like that big." You know, it can't be like such.
It was
a big
pretty
dick.
believable how every single actor in the entire thing who did see it had a reaction.
Oh, dude, yeah, the reaction shots.
Every
but-
reaction shot
yeah.
throughout the whole thing.
That was awesome.
What I mean is like, you want proof. You know what I mean?
Yeah, show us that wiener.
Come on, show me the fucking wiener.
Yeah.
Show me his fucking wiener.
I mean,
Why are you
That's
saying
my
it like
Mark
this?
That's his
Wahlberg.
Mark.
that's Mark Wahlberg.
Horrible Mark.
Show me a fucking wiener.
Come on, guys, what are we doing? we gotta get to the club. Come on, it's Boogie Nights, man. I gotta show my
That was good. See,
sick.
you sound like Lois from Family Guy.
Peter.
I hate you guys.
Dick Diggler's cock is so big.
That was, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't
yeah.
Lois.
I'm a freaking star, man.
See, the best Mark Wahlberg impression is like with a little bit of exactly what you're doing, a little bit of like Boston, and then like you're trying to convince somebody to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Like, come on, we gotta go down the street.
Yeah.
There's a car waiting.
yeah. But
All right,
but you're so
so-
concerned about what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like the stakes are high, but it's not a high stakes situation.
So
Come on, do you
Kellen,
want a dozen donuts or not? We gotta make his choice now.
You gotta get the one with the sprinkles.
Oh, we make this one for Christmas time. We gotta get that one.
That's great.
That's really good.
That's great, dude.
That was good.
Oh, nice.
All right, Max.
Also, a callback to the Don Cheadle scene with
I love
him
that
getting
scene so
a dozen or a dozen
dozen
donuts.
Yeah.
And then 3 people just serendipitously getting shot.
Oh,
Awesome,
incredible scene. That's like one of those Final Destination moments. I forget what you call those, but where,
FDs.
yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
I swear, I thought a bullet was gonna go through the window and nail that guy's wife.
That's
right
what
in
I
the
thought,
womb.
too.
The way
yeah.
they set it up with, heard you say something too. They left a pregnant woman in a car alone, and this movie is getting a little crazy up
Yeah.
until this point. We're
Yeah.
all scared for her.
I was
Yeah.
like, either one can
Yeah.
happen. Either he's dying or she's dying.
And it ended up being really good for both of them.
which is
Can
very
I-
much like Pulp
Oh.
Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction has
Yeah.
a ton of moments where like like literally the scene with the tasty cheeseburger
Oh,
where
yeah.
they get shot at but like no bullets hit them.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. It's a very similar vibe.
I
So punctuated.
I think that there should be a sequel to this movie, and it should completely like ignore the actual ending of Boogie Nights, and it should be Don Cheadle And it should start in that donut shop when he takes the money and him just on the lam. Because think about the scenario. You're in a donut shop by yourself.
In the 80s.
In the 80s.
No cameras.
Yeah.
You're also a young African-American man by yourself. Everybody else gets shot in there by circumstance. And then you run away with the money. Like, obviously, we want to see him run away with that money. But, god damn, I feel like there is just like, there had to be moments in between. Like, there was an opportunity, some real estate in that story to really like make that even more tense.
Definitely.
And I'm happy that he just like got away with everything at the end and like has a happy life, because that guy didn't deserve anything that happened to him.
He was just trying to like get good outfits, and he
such a sweet guy.
Wasn't happening.
He just wanted good outfits and cute donuts. Yeah, that's all he wanted.
Well, yeah, and he wanted a stereo store. Like, that was his big thing. He wanted like an honest living.
Yeah.
And he was just caught up in the porn.
Well, and that's kind of an interesting thing too, that like I myself have started to see in like social media, is like OnlyFans models starting to talk about life outside of OnlyFans and like the reputation that you get and how it kind of hurts your opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And like that to me is such a tragic part of this movie, because you don't ever see Don Cheadle behind the camera, you know what I mean? Or in front of the camera. You see him as just this normal guy, you know? And so what? Maybe, you know, he's a porn star or something like that. Like, you just see his genuine, authentic self.
Yeah.
And you fuck with it.
Yep.
And so when you're in that scene when he's trying to get that bank loan and he gets denied and the guy keeps calling him a porn actor, it's so frustrating, because like, no, this guy has a pregnant wife, you know, and they just want an honest living.
They got all the paperwork filled out.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to fill and I'll fill it.
That's as per his profession.
That's what he's good at.
That was a good line. Like a pretty good double entendre there.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, man. Oh, let me ask you guys something.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that Riley Reid's brother is a professional hockey player?
No, I did not.
Who's Riley Reid? Got him.
In interviews,
fucking idiot. Fucking stupid. sorry. Go ahead.
I'd show you a picture of her, but I'm sure I'm sure you're trained like Pavlov's dog to just
oh no,
pop one. See, there we go.
For those of you that are just listening right now, I'm not gonna tell them.
He just holstered a pillow.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he just holstered something. No, in like interviews with this guy, like he always gets asked, like, "Hey, so isn't your sister a porn star?" He's always like, "Yeah." But here's the thing: their personal dynamic, I hear, is pretty healthy. Like, they joke about it. You know?
Good for them.
It's kind of thing where like inside joke where she's like, "Yeah, you know, no matter how much of a superstar you become in hockey, I'll still be more famous than you because I fuck dudes and chicks."
Do you think people ask her like, "Hey, your brother's that hockey player," and she's like, "Oh, I know."
I know, it's so embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. Fun little factoid that's kind of in line with that.
Factoid number 3.
Factoid number 3 for the day.
Speaking of Riley Reid.
So Julianne Moore, her character, is based off of a real porn star. And that porn star is the judge that towards the end of the movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's playing the judge, settling the I can't think of words. The
custody agreement.
There we go. Yeah. Custody. Yes.
That's okay, Michael. Chill. Chill out. It's okay.
For those of you that are, you know, enjoying a drink while you're watching this, we have a fun little drinking game here where when I fuck up and I say, "You're a fucking idiot," you have to take a shot.
That's brutal, dude.
Yeah, this
just
has
the
been
rules.
established.
So if you're
super
waking up
early on.
early, you're on your way to work.
Yeah.
Feel free to bust out that
Start
bottle.
drinking and driving.
This is your excuse.
Reach into your glove compartment, fumble around as you try to keep your eyes on the road. You feel that cool, familiar bottle of Jack, half empty. Feel the weight of it sloshing around in there. You pull it out, pop the cork. Feel that cool liquid run down your throat. Then it becomes hot. Then you close your eyes, start to veer into the other lane. I love this podcast, you think. And that's the last thing you ever think.
Wise words from serial DUIer Kellen
Whoa.
Crawford.
Whoa. Not a one DUI on my record. I'm telling you.
Nobody would know. Just kidding.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could throw some lo-fi music over his part of it. I think,
that
I
was
think that
sweet.
could really just set the
slowly
mood.
drown out. Kind of like the Colonel.
Or just like have an increasing like tinnitus noise.
yeah. High pitched sound.
That'll make you feel something.
Yeah.
I just joked. You guys better get ready to take a shot because it's coming.
Oh,
Fucking idiot.
dude, get custody of a grip, dude. Don't do
The
it.
spit take. Oh my goodness. Oh, got him. That was the wrong pipe.
Holy shit, I zinged him to death.
Dying. I'm fucking dying.
Holy shit. We'll be right back.
We're back.
Okay, we're good.
Hold on
What I
one
thought was
second.
really cool about the character arcs, I've been talking a lot with Kellen about character arcs, and even though they like rapid fired through it towards the end, I thought it was so cool how so many character had their full arc that was like set up. Like, for example, John C. Reilly loving magic the whole time, and then at the end he
has a
he's
little bit of a
performing
naughty magic
a
show.
naughty magic show
Yeah.
with boobs and magic.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
such a
dude.
good scene.
Great writing.
Yeah.
Every character has a complete arc. And every character has a low point as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And it's the low point for me was a really interesting aspect of this film because it's staggered. It's staggered with the characters. We have Don Cheadle's low point happen early on at the beginning of the second act where he's like, he can't figure out his look. And like,
So awesome.
Yeah.
and like his girl ends up leaving him for this like stud.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, he has like an earlier low point. Everyone else kind of like synchronizes more or less, except for double murder suicide.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Interestingly enough, that was the like starting point of like the low point of the film,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's a tonal shift.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. And right after that tonal shift is when you get the like documentary of Dirk Diggler and I forget John C. Reilly's name in this film. And they're talking about like how violence is okay in movies and everything. I thought that's such an interesting thing because that is Paul Thomas Anderson like talking to the audience.
It's so meta,
Especially
dude.
well,
So
dude,
meta.
especially after Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
shit that Quentin Tarantino got for putting that movie out.
Oh yeah.
Like this is that scene to me is Paul Thomas Anderson like standing up for his buddy.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you guys. I'm gonna have a guy shoot himself in the head and then immediately have a like documentary about how violence is okay in films.
Yeah, I
that's
guess
fun.
the narrative around that time, now that you mention it, it was definitely like maybe anti-violence centric. You know what I mean? Like, there are a
Yeah.
lot of people talking about it, which is also interesting to make like a film about pornographic actors and the porn industry that is set in the 80s
Mm-hmm.
during a time where like porn was talked about like that. They're having the same conversation about the subject matter in Boogie
True.
Nights.
Yeah.
And
Very cool.
you know, maybe it was a bit more modernized, like towards the 90s. I don't know. The 90s were a haze for me. Juice boxes and Legos.
Yeah, baby carrots.
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Yeah.
The way I read that scene, and I think is honestly pretty fucking cool because, I think violence should be accepted in movies. I don't think it should be glorified. And I think Paul Thomas Anderson is saying that like really subconsciously too, because you see some of the scenes from their pornos and you can sniff like a mile away, like that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like it's gratuitous, it's unnecessary. And like
the guy pointing the gun at the girl.
The guy
Suck my dick, bitch.
Oh my god.
Or my favorite, like, I'll get the answers out of you. And he just starts licking her nipple.
Yeah. Well, it's stuff like
Horrible.
that where it's like, obviously, like, that sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that doesn't drive a story. It's not interesting. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And gratuitous. But then you immediately see violence that pays off in this movie and is like human, and I don't know, it's just cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How like the way, like you were saying, the character arcs are staggered. How would you go about even writing something like that? Because it doesn't feel like the movie has like a first, second, third act. It's like they all have their own movie that they're working with, and to me, like when he did Magnolia, which is after this, felt like a even further step into that like very vast character study.
Yeah,
For sure.
Well, yeah, how would you go about doing something like that?
To tell you the truth, Max, what I would probably do first is like start with the story, and thinking in terms of like first, second, and third act, maybe, I don't know, like maybe look at it less of like, all right, I can pinpoint where this happens, but rather like character introductions. We get like a brief overview of the story, maybe if we're lucky, in the first 10 minutes. And then the second half is like, all right, we know the direction that this car is going. And now we get to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Like things expand, right? And the third act, of course, is like when things wrap up or climax. Just simplify it there. But I'd start framework of a story, possibly with a protagonist, all right? And then you filter in these characters, right? And you pretty much write like individual, like you were saying, individual stories for each of these characters. Because in a lot of ways, like these characters are just going through their own movies, and they all happen to synchronize into one.
Yeah.
I feel like all the characters have their downfall at one moment. But I think that Don Cheadle and William H. Macy's characters are tragic characters. So their whole beats in the story are always their low moments.
Got it.
Because they're always hitting a low moment. So it almost disguises it in a way. At least the way I read the film. Because the real low moment is like back to back to back to back. William H. Macy kills himself. The Colonel, gets arrested for pedophilia. Dirk Diggler gets jumped after jacking off in front of a guy for $20. $10.
Maggie doesn't get custody of her kid.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
brutal.
Roller Girl, is having sex in the back of that car with that guy from her high school.
So
like
creepy.
That's a dude, that scene is so heartbreaking.
Oh yeah.
Like
I hated
that scene gets me, man.
And he looked suspiciously like Liam Cola from
Yeah.
Always Friday.
Yeah,
He did.
very
He's talking about his frat. No shade, but yeah. I thought it was funny.
I will say that the one thing I love about that scene is the first time she just fucking kicks him in the face with her roller skates.
Yeah.
And then you realize the whole reason why she's been wearing roller skates. The whole
Why is
movie.
that? It's easier to get around.
To stomp him in the face.
For face
you
kicking.
get like faster transportation when you go
Yeah.
when you go
Yeah, I
places.
thought it
It's
was a
the
utility
only
thing.
reason.
From the bathroom to the fridge, it's like much quicker.
I thought she was just trying to have fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a fun character. Like, that's another thing. Like, writing a character like that, it's so simple.
Yeah.
They're always on roller skates, even when they're having sex.
And her name's
Like,
Roller Girl.
yeah, it's
Roller-
so
when
sick.
she was in the interview, it just the name credit is just Roller Girl.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well-
the beginning of in the classroom where you're like, oh, she's not on roller skates in school, and then she gets up and
Yeah.
during
It's
the test and skates
faster to
out.
get from the desk to the exit of the building. You know, like
You're right.
Like there's lots of reasons to wear roller skates.
Not just face stomping.
Yeah.
My bad.
Delivering pizza,
You deliver pizza?
going to tables. I'm thinking of things that
Yeah,
are
just-
are better to do with roller
Yeah,
skates.
those are good.
I think
Do you
maybe
deliver pizza a lot?
all the time to my pals.
Yeah,
Here.
That's true.
I've
Thanks,
seen
brother.
it.
Yeah.
We have had a
I've
lot
gotten
of za.
I've gotten Kellen pizza because he's gluten free. I got to
Special
stop at like
pizzas.
6 different places to make sure he gets food.
Yeah.
Gotta stop at 6 different places for one
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah, pick
Because
up
I
the
love you,
ingredients.
man.
Dude, thank you, man. I love you, man.
Try this.
Nice.
I got in there.
That was powerful.
I really had to commute over to that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't meet him at all.
No,
I came over a little bit.
No.
He's
I
a little
put a
bit more
shoulder
trapped
into it.
in with his.
Yeah, it's
pod
tough for me to
setup.
get out of here.
All right. Well, do you gentlemen have anything else?
Let me check
You
my
wanna say?
notes.
Check your notes.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Fantastic movie. I'm really happy I watched it.
Yeah.
Thank you for expanding my film catalog.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
It is making me so happy that we're chipping away at his filmography now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to keep going.
Yeah, it blew my expectations out of the water. I thought it was really
You
cool.
didn't
I thought
like
it was
it,
a real.
yeah,
Did you not hear what I said?
It
It
was a
blew my
crazy
expectations
pause,
out of
though,
the water.
You didn't like it?
It blew my expectations out of the
blew
water.
My expectation. Got
See,
it.
we
I thought it was a really
keep
cool film.
leaking.
Yeah.
Him saying the other part. He's just gonna keep saying, You didn't hear me? It blew."
We're just gonna keep cutting away.
Yeah. Cut it like 4 or 5 times, like Paul Thomas
Movie
Anderson.
magic.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Hey, Kellen, can you turn that off?
Kellen, dude,
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Turn that off.
I don't
Kellen,
know.
seriously.
There's no buttons.
There's a button on the top.
Yeah.
The power button on the top.
That kept happening while we were watching the
I know,
movie.
yeah.
I kept seeing Kellen
Who's in here?
so paranoid.
Hello?
Yeah, like there's a little Chinese man throwing off.
Yeah.
The Bluetooth device is connected. Yeah, you like that?
My agent, dude. Our agents hate each other.
Now we've all gotten those speakers. Come on.
One more thing. Speaking of paranoia,
This is a factoid?
no.
Got it.
Just something that reminds me
Well,
of this
opinion.
movie is Goodfellas when he's just like all coked up and he's like looking up for the helicopters.
Yeah. Oh, I want to watch that
There's a
movie again.
helicopter following.
Have you seen Goodfellas?
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I
of course.
interviewed a couple dudes from Goodfellas.
You interviewed Joe Pesci?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Fuck
so
yeah.
sick.
That's very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I
Wow.
remember
Yeah,
that. You
dude.
tell me.
And also Joseph Donofrio.
Joseph Donofrio.
Everyone's like, yeah, it's probably one of them. Yeah.
Joseph Donofrio.
Actually, maybe we should do a triple feature with a Mound of Coke.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, Boogie Nights.
Whoa.
I've seen Scarface. That has a mound
Oh.
of coke in it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
guys, there's
That's what
one.
I'm picturing. here.
There's one Paul Thomas Anderson film that I think. Wait,
Should be next.
have we all seen There Will Be Blood?
I haven't.
I've seen it.
You haven't,
I'm a big fan of it.
dude.
I haven't seen it.
It
Whoa.
is very different.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's different from the ones from Magnolia and Boogie Nights.
And Punch Drunk Love. Well,
I'd like
that's
to see it.
Those three are like his San
like to.
Fernando Valley. Like, that's like almost a series, you know? Boogie Nights, Magnolia to Punch Drunk Love. And then I think he went from Punch Drunk Love to There Will Be Blood. That is
Whoa.
I believe so,
Oh.
yeah.
that is the craziest shift ever.
What a
That's
leap.
wild,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
2002 to 2007.
Yeah.
dude. There Will Be Blood.
That's his magnum opus.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a
I shall watch.
masterpiece.
Yeah, that is the purest form of cinema.
And it's also we had a like a spoof title
Yeah.
about that.
There Will Be Soup.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is nothing like that.
Yeah, it's also
So much
not
better.
as good. I feel like.
It's not,
We basically
yeah.
boiled
Derby
down
Blood
that
is better.
movie
It's better.
into a can.
I've abandoned my soup.
I've abandoned my soup. I've abandoned my broth. My broth.
Oh, good Paul Dano movie too. Yeah, no, that'll be the next one we watch.
There will be blood.
For sure. Well, not like next week, but the next Paul Thomas Anderson movie that we watch.
I like it. I like it.
Um,
In preparation for his new film,
yes.
got to get through all the
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes. I think after that, I definitely want to watch The Master. That one is kind of a polarizing film of his.
Really?
Very weird, very strange. Incredible Philip Seymour Hoffman performance.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Dude, we get pig fuck.
pig fuck.
Pig
You
fuck?
pig fuck!
If you know the answer, why do you keep asking? You pig fuck.
One of my favorite lines in a movie ever.
You guys are crazy.
So good.
Then after that, this is probably right there with Hard 8. Not a lot of people. I mean, I think it's a great movie, but it's a weird one, and people don't really fuck with it. Inherent Vice. I think it's his craziest cast. Even crazier than this movie, Boogie
Whoa.
Nights, somehow. It's out there. It's far out. Strange. Great Joaquin Phoenix performance.
Very cool.
And it's a good one to watch under the influence.
All right.
And I think this one specifically is important. I probably would not say that we would be watching it, except for the fact that Inherent Vice is also adapted from a Thomas Pynchon novel. So it's only fair to watch that and compare it to One Battle After Another when it comes out.
All right.
Well, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome, man.
Yep.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Thank God we were
Thank
in
God
the
for him.
timeline
Yeah.
with him. you
Yeah.
know?
Yep. No, we didn't get to see Vivaldi. We didn't get to see Shakespeare, but we did get Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yep.
Punch Drunk Love is still my favorite.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yep. That is in my top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. probably
Amazing
top
Adam
3.
Sandler role.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2?
I did.
No.
And you know what? I want to see it.
I mean,
I do
I'll
the
see.
same thing.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. I was like, I have high hopes for this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It seems very fun.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd watch it without seeing the trailer.
Yeah. I trust Adam Sandler. You know?
Well,
I
I
mean, have
mean,
you seen
all
Hoopie
of
Halloween?
all of his movies are so good.
well,
Every single one. Jack and Jill's my favorite.
are you talking
I
about?
do like Jack
Okay,
and Jill.
Jack and Jill, legendary flop.
Legendary,
So funny.
dude.
Have you
But
seen Jack and Jill?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Al
I've seen that
Pacino. Why did he sign on to that movie?
That's so awesome.
I think a really polarizing one of his for me is fuck. What is it?
Billy Madison.
No.
Grown Ups.
Grown Ups. Yes.
Hmm.
And
Oh.
Grown Ups and Grown Ups
Got
2.
it.
My ex-girlfriend loved those films. Like, would put them on just to put something on all
Wow.
the time.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated those movies. Like,
They're not the best.
oh
They're
my
not
God.
great.
They're not
I
the
think
best.
just because
I-
I was forced to watch them made me feel trapped like a raccoon.
I used to have a nostalgia for them when I was younger, and it was like, oh yeah, like it'd be so cool to grow up with all my best friends and be friends after like high school or whatever. And those were all my friends in Texas, so I don't really talk to them now. So now I'm here with you guys, and
we
yeah.
we kind of went. You and I went to high school together.
It'd be so cool to have friends after high school.
Yeah. We're literally grown-ups, bro.
You're right. Holy shit,
Dude.
that's
Living
the
the
reason I don't like the
dream.
movie anymore, because we're just living it. Man.
Yeah.
Living it, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah,
All
shout
right,
out-
well, we
You're
need
in
to
it right
cut this
now.
shit, guys. We need to end
Oh
this
yeah,
episode.
people they're checked out by now.
Yeah, sorry you guys had to endure that, but thank you for watching.
We love you.
You fucking idiot! You fucking idiot!
We all
Subscribe.
know how to end this pod though, right?
No, 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 no,
it. He's gonna do it.
Wait.
Subscribe to my Patreon.
Definitely subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this podcast. Ring the bell so you're kept in touch with our releases. Follow us on Instagram if you want to have a fun time with some reels. You can follow me on Letterboxd at mschnee. You can follow Max on Letterboxd at
Maximus Newhan.
You remembered.
I did.
Nice. And next week, we are going to be watching Death of a Unicorn, a new A24 movie with some cool actors and actresses.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.